Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. Hope everybody's doing great out there.
It's an absolutely beautiful day here.
So, sorry we're not able to get up any videos yesterday. We got partially made, about four different ones, kept having different sort of technical issues, phone overheating, you name it, it happened. So, one of the things that we have seen is a lot of activity in the skies, and so we have another asteroid here. This is NASA's asteroid watch. Look at the shape of this thing. It's like a pencil. Yeah, they say it's roughly 10 to 20 feet across, very small, so nothing really to worry about. But still, I mean, would an asteroid form that way? It makes me think of Oumuamua, which we saw come in and zoom around the sun and use the sun's gravity for a slingshot effect, just like a interstellar spacecraft. So, is this just simply another case of catching something that is actually manufactured and not an asteroid, and then just giving us a line of BS from Never a Straight Answer?
hmm Yeah, they keep doing that.
They do. And we had an asteroid come by that Never a Straight Answer did not see coming, and it got within about 2,000 miles of hitting Earth, and they didn't see it till after it had passed. And in case you guys didn't hear about this one, there is another one coming September 1st, too, that's going to be relatively close call. So, yeah, this one came by at 1,830 miles away. Now that's really close. You constantly see articles on Russia Today and other places saying killer asteroid coming to Earth. And then you see that it's like they're not talking about lunar distances, they're talking about the distance between the Earth and the Sun, an astronomical unit. And so that's nothing really to worry about if it's a whole AU away or half an AU away. We're talking missing by millions of miles, but this is 1,830. That's significant. That is close. And it was big enough that it had the potential to do some damage if it did come down intact. So we see we have a glancing blow expected, and it's going to be coming our way, a CME. Now they say it's a weak flare, but again, these times everything is changing. And so be aware of the possibility of some sort of disruptions coming in, as this is going to be hitting on Thursday. So, again, possibly some malfunctions going on with satellite issues, things along those lines. We know that when the big ones come, the entire grid could be going down. California, of course, has been having their rolling blackouts. It's just something, again, to be very, very aware of, as everything just seems to be building up.
It really, really is, and this one I'm kind of concerned about, and I'm just watching it, seeing it. Have all of your stuff prepared, be ready for this day. I like to keep an eye on things like this.
Most definitely. And again, they're not going to give us a straight answer. Now, this was really curious too. Bright fireball explodes over the city of Linyi, and this is in China's Shandong province. What's really interesting about this one, well, it basically was the brightest one on record that they've seen. So it makes you wonder about all the different changes and the composition of it. We've had so many of these objects coming in. And of course, as Steve Banoon has been saying, and he's from Israeli News Live, that he has a government insider that's saying that we might get impacted next month, September, and that the government knows about that. And then he has another source too that was verifying that. And then Cindy, through her channeling, saw that there was a high possibility of some incoming objects.
There is, and it is going to happen, and they are picking up.
So, but then again, recognize too, we have Space Force to protect us. Da da da! Space Force to the rescue!
Thank God.
And they've talked about asteroids and all that, and the need to be able to take them out of the sky. But the reality is, we do have a secret space program that's been ongoing for so long. And if you follow people like Corey Good and David Wilcock and others, you could go on down the line, Stephen Greer and Michael Salla, Phil Schneider. The list goes on and on of people that we could talk about that have leaked information, and maybe some of them have not been so truthful, and it's been more about selling things, and maybe there are definitely those that have been telling us the truth, especially when they show up dead. Like in Phil Schneider's case, he met a very, very unhappy, untimely end. So I do believe that he was telling us the truth, and he told us all about the battle that happened up in northern New Mexico there between some Greys and the U.S. military. And we could definitely vouch that the Greys are very real. Many, many people have had interactions with them. We did, and we do. They're most definitely they're a real entity.
Very much so. And they can do things that with their technology that we don't understand.
So, why am I bringing all this up when we're talking about these fireballs is that we don't know exactly what these are. What if these are ships? What if these are something that they could control, bring in, and, again, recognize what would our technology look like in just, say, another 300 years, 400 years? We would probably, again, dazzle the populace with the technology, even with what is out there now. It would be just stunning to most people to discover the tech that's out there now. So all these things coming in, is it natural occurrences? Perhaps. Could very well be. Maybe some are. Or are some of these things actually ships? There is a multi-dimensional galactic war going on. And this is only, planet Earth is just a small piece in this puzzle.
It's such a small piece, and we can't even really fathom what's going on because we've been taught that these things don't exist. So it's hard for us to put the pieces together, but we can.
Yeah, and some people think that that because of the conditioning that they've received in their teaching and the religious teaching, that everything is either a demon, an angel, God, or humans, and there's nothing else out there. That's it. It's kind of like this is it. There's nothing else out there in this just incredibly immense multiverse that's going out there, where our universe, our entire universe, is probably just a single cell in something bigger. That's how immense our reality is. And so it's kind of like when you do that and you categorize like that, and I've wanted to get this point across before, and every video gets stopped whenever I make this analogy. It's like saying that everything that flies is a sparrow, everything that swims is a minnow, and everything that walks on the earth is a cat. That it's too generalized. No, there are also dogs, there are also alligators, and there's all sorts of different life forms out there. So it's not just angels and demons and God and man. There's far far more going on out there than that, but that's what they want you to get. That's what they try to sell us in order to keep us thinking that the reality that they've painted for us is real, where it's not. It's an illusion. The real reality is that there's just this immense battleground going on, and the earth is just one tiny little place in this major battle. The other thing too is that the galactic wave that's coming in is a wave that is not just a 3D wave. This is going to affect the other dimensions as well. So it's going to affect our whole galaxy, and it's going to affect all of the other dimensions around us as well. And so that's kind of stunning to think about as well.
It is. It's really kind of mind-bending to think that this energy wave is going to come in and change us. At least that's the information I have gotten, and it's going to stun a lot of people, kind of kick us back on our butt a little bit, but it's also going to bring us up in evolution.
Yeah, it's going to change everything. So here we have another interesting object. This is over Thailand. And we've had tons of curious UFOs. Tons. And this one, to me, looks very, very mechanical. Your thoughts?
It did feel mechanical. It does feel machine-like, but it moves interesting. So I encourage people to take a look at it. And what do you think about it?
Yeah, it definitely feels mechanical to me. So I will have the link. I'll try to get the link up before something falls apart here mechanically. And very curious. It's rotating. So here they are again, giving us little hints. Gigantic exploding stars may have burnt away the ozone layer and triggered mass extinction. Well, from our talk with that insider, what he is envisioning is almost like what happens in the movie Knowing. For you guys that have seen Knowing, it's not it's not pretty. He says there's going to be like a whole wave of plasma, like gas, basically that's going to come through, and pretty much it's not going to be pleasant on the surface for the most part. So pretty similar to what they're talking about here with stripping away the whole ozone layer and triggering mass extinctions.
That sounds really scary. That's not exactly what I get, but I can kind of see what he's talking about in my mind.
Yeah, so this goes very similar again to, well, Douglas Vogt, Die Hard, or Die Hold Foundation, I should say. He thinks in 2044 the sun's going to go nova, and the side of the Earth that's facing the sun will at that point basically be burnt from the sun going nova. The other side, there will be some life that will make it and then repopulate. And he thinks that happens every 12,000 years roughly. Our insider says every 5,800 there is a cataclysm. But this one is also a little bit different too. This one is a much bigger event than typically happens. But again, there's so many different ways we can look at this. I'm not sure. I don't really feel that it's going to be like that myself.
That's not what I'm getting either. I'm getting that it is going to be a wave of energy, and it's going to stun a lot of people because of its power and shocking abilities. But I didn't get that it's going to really wipe us out.
So that's the good news.
That's the great news.
But yeah, change our consciousness and change life here as well. And perhaps, at that point, then there's, 3D Earth and 5D Earth on different parallel, realities. Very interesting times we live in. So, guys, thank you for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. Thank you for your patience with us, not being as productive as usual because we've been on the road. It's been tough, getting signal in some spots. It's been tough with very poor Wi-Fi signal, as well as technical issues. And are you guys experiencing a lot of issues right now with your cell phone service, your internet service, other things just not working? Because it seems like that is really going on. At least we're experiencing that.
Yeah, things are extremely glitchy here.
Yes. As always, guys, God bless and namaste.
Namaste.